spaghetti, I washed my hands. If I did. Oh, and on TikTok, we were, God help me, I don't know why you're talking about hosing Boogie down. But if you watch the Mike Klum documentary, the whole reason why Boogie bought the house that he's in is because the bathroom has like a giant spa-sized tub. Basically, it's a tub that literally is made to fit Boogie. That's why they bought the house, is because it's got this giant fucking bathtub in it for him to bathe in. Yeah, Rotor. Yeah, it was.
Certainly that's not in the 700s. There's plenty of room, right? Yeah. But considering my financial situation, if I needed a stopgap loan, which I hope I never do.
That's what emergency funds are for.
Right? Well, again, I don't have them, unfortunately.
Well, thank you, Silver.
$7,732.
This is what's left of everything. That's everything.
Okay, but that is money.
That is money.
What's it in?
This is currently setting in Ethereum, and since I printed this off, it's actually worth more.
Yeah, but what have we learned?
Well, we've learned that I don't think that market can go any lower. There's no way it's going to go to zero. It can't go to zero.
Wait. Is that his crypto? Hold up. Is that his crypto money?
Hope I never do.
That's what emergency funds are for.
Right? Well, again, I don't have them, unfortunately.
Well, what's this, actually? $7,732.
This is what's left of everything. That's everything.
Okay, but that is money.
That is money.
What's it in?
This is currently setting in Ethereum, and since I printed this off, it's actually worth more.
Yeah, but what have we learned?
Well, we've learned that I don't think that market can go any lower.
Caleb, I feel you with this face. I feel you with this face. Yeah, of course he still got it. Basically, I think that 7,000 in Ethereum is probably what's left from what he put in the first place. And yes, Throttle, this is I want to throttle you kind of face. You fucking idiot.
There's no way it's going to go to zero. It can't go to zero.
Sir?
It can't go to zero.
Sir, what have we learned about our money?
You don't take the loss until you sell.
Okay, well.
Oh, God.
It was also kind of smart to spread off the losses across multiple years so that I get that nice tax deductible. Yeah.
Okay. Sleep number 3,218.
Was that the total?
Not 2,500. This is why I had. This
I
is
guess
why
it was more than that. Good idea. Okay.
And yep, there's the credit card as we saw.
Dead was $1,000 more than he claimed. The special bed that he claims his doctor said to get is $1,000 more than what he initially claimed it was. That's another $1,000 for debt.
Lending USA. Here's the car, 6,472.
Is that what I have left?
Yeah, which is a lot more than you suggested.
I guess so.
Nah, this is what.
So that was a fucking lie.
Yeah, I've only got like $1,000 left on that car. No, you have $6,000 left on that car, dumbass. Another lie. Gee, are we shocked that he lied again? Are we shocked by this, chat? He lied about his cost of his bed. He lied about how much is left on his car. I know, right? I'm shocked too. Boogie lie? Sorry, chap. The shock of it gave me the vapors.
Why we do the little investigation.
Well, that's why, yeah. Again, I ballparked this stuff in my brain. I've never looked this stuff up, so I'm glad we're looking it up today, so I know for sure.
Lending, personal loan, 3,448.
That's my dog. And do you want to know something? Worst investment in my life, because I don't even like the dog that much.
Oh my God. Oh my sweet fuck. He spent $5,000 on a dog, and he's claiming he doesn't even like the dog. Yeah, Eki, well put. Fuck you. Oh my God. And I realize I'm blocking it, chat, but right now on the screen where I'm covering it up, It's saying he's almost 11K in debt right now.
Really?
I love my first dog. He's like he's my soul dog. He's like the member of the family. The second dog, he's mostly just a dog. He's a good dog. He's a really good dog. I really like him, but I didn't want a dog. I wanted another Sammy, you know?
Okay. Okay, this is a sore spot for me. I love dogs too. Which is why, if you want a dog, don't buy from a pet store, which is coming from a puppy mill. You adopt a dog. Because you will not find a dog that is happier to have a home and will love you until the day it dies than a dog that you adopt. And all you're paying is like 30, 50 bucks adoption fee. Like, Jesus fuck. And he's like, oh, the dog's a good dog, but it's not like my old dog, so it was a mistake. It's like, dude, fuck you. Like, sell the dog then. If the dog is not the dog that you want because you're a fucking moron, sell the fucking dog. Try and recoup some of that money back. Unless they claimed it was a pure breed and they don't have papers to go with it, and so he can't claim it's a pure breed, and thus he can't sell it back and recoup anything. Oh yeah, boss, exactly. Give the dog to someone who actually loves the fucking dog.
And I got a Leo instead, but he's still a great dog.
Okay. Yeah. Your car payment is
What are we down to?
$238 a month.
Yeah.
You're halfway through the loan.
Yeah.
We really sounded like we were much closer.
I thought I was. Again, I think maybe I don't have a solid in.
No, Rotor, he still has his old one. His regular dog is still alive, from the way he's putting it. He wanted to get a second dog. He wanted a second dog, and was expecting the second dog to basically be the same as his first dog. And shock of fucking shocks, every dog is different. Every dog has its own personality. Oh no, he was just talking about how he bonded with the dog that he's had. And he was referring to it as his soul dog, because he didn't want to say his soul mate, because that would make him seem like he's into bestiality, which that's not off the table when it comes to Boogie, but that's what he's basically referring to when he said soul dog.
Understanding of how much interest I'm paying up front in some of these loans, because I thought I would have paid off considerably more of the actual loan by now.
Well, you took out a 5-year. Okay, so I'm going to steal from our friends, the money guy.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you want to pay it off. If you're going to take out on a car loan, no more than 8% of your income on a monthly basis goes towards it. You put 20% down every time.
Which is certainly considerably less of that. I paid half.
And on a three-year term.
Well, I paid half. The initial loan was $10,000 because I paid half. I paid half up front, if I remember correctly.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And
again, the only reason I financed the back half, because I had the cash.
Yes, squeaky.
I could have spent it.
Yes.
It was before crypto even dropped. I should have probably done it, but the only reason is, again, to try to maintain this credit score. I have some small loans.
Your dog.
$5,000. Yeah.
No, it thinks it's at 23.49% interest is what it says you are at.
Holy fuck! The loan he got for his dog is 23% interest? This thing shit! That $5,000 loan for his dog just turned into 20. Yes, Rotor, he financed the dog. Holy shit! Hunter, simple answer, because it's Boogie. He's a fucking idiot, and he's expecting someone else to bail him out. That's why he would get a loan for a fucking dog. Oh my god! That is higher than some bad fucking credit cards. That is an absolutely batshit insane loan. It's no, Jigglefish. No, it's a loan. He literally got a loan to buy this dog, and it's a loan at 23.5% interest. Jesus, fuck.
That's the loan.
So that can't be right.
Are you sure? That's what I think it is.
Is that even legal to make a 23% loan?
Oh yeah, there's people on my show all the time.
That doesn't seem legal.
Credit cards are over 30%. Your credit card's probably over 30%.
I mean, like
It's
the minimum
15 to
payment is
30.
like $20 a month. So off of a balance of $1,000.
You know why the minimum payment's $20 a month? Because they want that interest to continue to accrue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's,
I thought I was
not
paying
in
all
your
the interest
benefit.
off.
No. Oh,
well,
buddy.
the number's never broken over like 1,000. It's
buddy. No. Okay. I'm understanding where we might be in terms of financial knowledge. No, that's not how it works.
Okay.
With credit cards.
Well, then educate me.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is over 50 years old, and he doesn't know that credit cards can charge basically whatever the fuck they want for financing, and loans can charge whatever the fuck they want for financing, and that there's no. I thought that was illegal to have finance charges that high. He's 51 fucking years old. Oh my God. Jesus
So,
fuck.
yes, please.
Well, the for credit cards, we never want to hold a balance anyway. Because if we're
Okay.
holding a balance, whether or not you're making a minimum monthly payment, it's accruing interest unless it's in an interest-free period.
So if I were to pay anything off first, it's clearly this dog loan. That's got to be right.
What was 986 again? What did we put down for that?
I think that's just the credit card balance.
Oh.
And again,
no.
that's a secured credit card. So I don't think the interest is very high.
That.
It's secured with a $1,000 CD.
Oh, here, let me find out.
Yeah, tell them, because I think I made a smart financial decision with that credit card because it is a secured card. It's financed, secured with a $1,000 CD. So my understanding is the interest rate was going to be very, very low on it.
Can you bring up the credit card again?
Yeah.
So now we have a full picture of your debt and where we've gone.
Yeah.
What's good is it looks like you don't have anything in collections or anything, which is good. No. So, I mean, that's, I feel like that's potentially next steps if we have to drain. Okay, so the $7,732 that's in Ethereum, this is just a daily graph.
Dude, if he dumped the Ethereum, because, I'm sorry, Ethereum is not like a backup thing. If he dumped the Ethereum, he could pay off 3/4 of his debt. It would eliminate the credit card debt. It would eliminate the dog debt, which is the pitch of a loan, and you could actually try and start making a positive. Like, he should have sold off the fucking Ethereum back when it was $780,000, but he's a fucking moron. If he dumped the Ethereum right now and took the minuscule amount that's left, he could pay off 3/4 of the debt that's been established as of right now.
Was that at some point and you've been withdrawing from it to survive?
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, if you see in the documentary in February, this was 30,000, but I've had to withdraw from it
this year.
Yeah. And again, if this was a 401k, it'd be considerably harder to have tapped that money when I needed it. It would have certainly been more secure, and I wouldn't have lost 75% of it overnight, But
over the years, if you were putting money into a solo 401k instead of this, you'd have been saving a lot on taxes anyway.
Sure.
Tax benefits with that. Now, I wouldn't want you to withdraw and take penalties from that anyway. You could have taken out loans against it. Wouldn't want you to do that either. But I think a lot of it, we're going to create your budget. But what is very clear, if we're doing $900 a month eating out in different forms, we could pay these debts off very quickly.
Yeah, so my interest charge for this is $19.59 for $1,000 budget, for $1,000 balance. So what's that come out to?
1 second. 24%.
Well, then
Ow! Holy my God! His $1,000 limit credit card is a 24% APR. It's higher than the fucking dog loan. Oh my sweet fuck. The credit card that he's currently that he has $31 left of available credit balance. And he's like 900 plus in debt on this credit card is a 24% APR. 24% interest rate. Holy shit. Oh, sweet fuck. It's backed on a CD. It must be have a really good finance look. You know what? Whoa. He didn't look. I would not be at all surprised if the credit card that he got just because it looked cool. It looked pretty. It would not at all surprise me if he picked up the credit card because it looked good and didn't even notice what the finance charges were.
I'm paying that off immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'd pay off immediately because one, you can pay it off by not eating out for literally a single month.
Then how much is left on the dog loan?
The dog loan we're sitting at about $3,448. So the bed is also $3,219. Can you bring up Credit Karma again? Because what I can see is the bed interest rate.
Right.
Because that can also
again, you know how they got me on the bed is number one, it was medically required.
Yeah.
And
well,
then
you just had to say that.
Like, I can't afford to pay for this in cash, so I have to get it. And
usually a lot of beds though you can get 0%. As you said,
I did for like 6 months or something. I think.
Well, in that case, you figure out what's the minimum monthly payment required to pay it off in 6 months.
Right.
But of course,
I mean, you tell me. I don't know. I pulled the trigger. I found one, President's Day sale, whatever.
Don't look at this. You have outstanding approval odds on 2 credit cards and 3 personal loan sections.
Oh, I would never take out another. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah, never.
We don't need you to have to come back on.
Nope.
The next time I have you on, I want it because you've paid off.
I mean, give me credit for one.
Thank you for the tier 1 Gran Turismo. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying yourself.
One thing. I keep it paid if I can. If it's at all humanly possible.
Wait, what did I miss here? Hang on.
You have to come back on.
Nope.
The next time I have you on, I want it because you've paid off.
I mean, give me credit for one thing. I keep it paid if I can. If it's at all humanly possible. Like if
What? Give me credit. I try and keep it paid when I can. Those words just exited Boogie's mouth. Give me credit that when I can, I pay it. This is about as stupid as him going, yeah, I was going to kill myself, but then I decided not to for a very stupid reason. Jack, I have met some dumb fucking people in my life. I have. I have met some truly stupid people in my life. This man is probably one of the dumbest fucking people I have ever heard speak in my life. Easily in my top 5. Easily.
If a bill is due, the bill gets paid.
No.
I obviously not the credit cards.
Well,
but like the loan payments get made.
How can I give you that due?
Nothing's defaulted at least.
I can't give you that credit though.
Fair.
If there's one of any of the things are not being paid, I can't give you the credit of making the payments. See
that, and I think maybe again one of the reasons I pat myself on the back for this and why you never would is because growing up we had things repossessed all the time. Cars.
Oh my God, dude, you're 50. Shut the fuck up. You're 50. When you were growing up was 40 fucking years ago. Nobody gives a fuck. This was 40 fucking years ago. You're patting yourself on the back because you didn't get something repossessed. This is not the flex that you think it is.
Repossessed televisions, repossessed furniture, repossessed because everything was bought on credit, right?
Yeah.
And so that was such a commonplace. I feel so happy and secure that I can pay my bills. I feel so happy and secure.
You can't.
You're not. You have late payment. You have late fees. You're not paying your bills, you dumbass.
So that was a fucking lie.
listen to him. He's trying to get Caleb to say, "Oh yeah, you're doing it." He's desperate to try and get Caleb to go, "Oh yeah, you're doing a good job, Boogie." He is so desperate to try and get that from Caleb right now. He wants Caleb, out of all this shit that Caleb is just pulling out. He wants Caleb to go, "Oh yeah, Boogie, you're doing great. You're in debt up to your fucking eyeballs, but you're doing great, buddy." He is desperate for praise. He's desperate for praise. And Mike, his credit score was somewhere in the 600 range, I think. I think when he mentioned his credit score, I think he said it was somewhere in like the 600 range.
No, they are getting paid. I'm paying
Not
my
the
medical
credit card.
That's true.
Said it again. That's true. He just when someone calls him out, he just went through this like, "Oh, listen to how hard my life is. My life was so hard. Isn't that a good enough excuse? And I'm actually doing really good. And I had such a hard life. So that means I'm good, right?" No, dude, you're missing your payments. You're getting late fees on credit cards. Oh yeah, that's fair. And fuck me.
Okay. It's not finding the interest. Do you have the app for it? Do you know that?
I do, I think.
Oh, if you have the app for it, we could
I
probably
think it's
see.
straight through Sleep Number, maybe. I think this one was 0%, if I'm not mistaken.
Buddy, if 4 of these bad debts, I'm considering the house a good debt. If the other 4 bad debts, just absolute debt was out of your life,
Yeah.
it lowers your risk profile immensely.
Yeah.
It lowers your minimum monthly payments immensely.
Well, that's where I want to get. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. But it's going to take some things that I'm concerned you might not be willing to do. To be completely honest. But, I mean, that's up to
Like,
you.
stop
We'll
fucking
talk about
eating
that,
out.
and you'll
There's
let me
Oh, Northern Wolf, thank you for 6 months of tier 1. Thank you so very much. I guess that means you're having fun, which I'm very glad for. Enough the hard life excuse, there are a lot of people who have shitty lives and some that have horrible pasts, yet none of them are as pathetic as this piece of shit. Grapsack? Yes. Absolutely right. Absolutely correct.
another financial plan we'll get into in a minute, and I think you're going to be
you
excited
have your
for
own
it.
plan.
Yeah. You're going to laugh when I say it, though, but
No, he's
and your
not.
audience will laugh.
Well, I would also just rather you be, like, financially, like, safe than give me a good segment.
Well, it's
right?
both. It's both.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
It's
glad,
both.
In the
Northern
end,
Wolf.
you're
I
a
hope you
human
like the
being,
live
man.
version.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So the spike makes this a little hard, but across the income sources you gave me, we are having an average of $4,269.96.
Yeah, that's what I came
Now-
up with.
That's right about.
And by the way, again, it needs to be pointed out. Thank you, Northern Wolf, for the 2 gifteds. Thank you. Wait. Hold up. Okay, yes. Oh, thank you for the 2 gifteds, Northern Wolf. Thank you very much. Again, I need to point out this $42.69 a month is not taxed. Because he's getting this from Twitch and YouTube, this is not taxed income. So again, it really is, let me pull up my calculator here. What it really is, $42.69 a month. Figure 20% put aside for tax is Dragon Trucker. Thank you. Thank you for 10 more gifted. Okay. What was it? Shit. Damn it. Okay, hang on. I have to. So in reality, he's getting $43.15 per month. 43. If you take 20% off that, he'll be getting what the hell did I say? $34.15. Not 26 because I went with 20%. So yeah, 20% of that is 853. So yeah, he's gonna be bringing home. Yes, correct. You are absolutely correct on that. It is dependent on what state he's in. I was doing a generalized 20%. I basically did the same metric that I do when it comes to factoring taxes for my revenue from stream, which is I take 20 is when I receive my revenue from Twitch, I basically take 20% of that, put it into a separate account specifically for my taxes. So I basically went by the same calculation that I use for my taxes, which has been working fine, and I did that for his. And I did a 20%, and that came out to 3416. So that is so 3416 is what his monthly income is going to be if you factor in removal for taxes, which is not done by actually wait, hold up. Wait. I may have made a miscalculation. I think I miscalculated. No, I miscalculated. He's not in California, he's in Arkansas. But I forgot about a very crucial thing here. Twitch and YouTube, I think, will actually withhold tax for US. They don't do it outside US, but I just realized that I think Twitch and YouTube actually do tax withholdings for their United States content creators. So this may actually be after taxes. This may actually be legit take home after taxes. Yeah. So, okay, so this 4269 may be a real number, not pre-tax. Okay. Never mind. And once again, because I was like deep into trying to do my calculations, Dragon Trucker, thank you again for the 10 gifted.
That's right about where it is, yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Are you setting 30% aside for taxes?
I can't.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you going to do in...
Okay. Maybe they're not. I thought Twitch and YouTube did take out for taxes. Maybe they done? Maybe they don't pull for taxes. Okay, I guess maybe I was right in the first place. Considering you just asked that question. Maybe I was correct in the first place, and in the US they don't do withholdings for taxes. Okay?
Yeah.
Are you setting 30% aside for taxes?
I can't.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you going to do in... what did you do these last few quarterlies when quarterly payments?
I literally can't afford to make quarterly payments, so I'm paying in lump sums at the beginning of the year most of the time.
Okay. And there's penalties for that.
Yep.
Okay. If you can't afford to do them quarterly, how are we going to do them annually with penalties?
So he can't pay the taxes. See, chat, this is why when I first started streaming, when I first started making income from my streams, from the very first moment I've been able to earn income from my streams, why every single month, without fail, I take 20% of the revenue I receive from stream and I put it into a completely separate bank account that I do not touch, and it is specifically there just for my taxes. I do that every month without fail. Can they, Nubis? Okay, Nubis, I thought that they could, but apparently he's not doing that. Based on this conversation, he is not having them withhold 30% income, 30% for taxes. He's just taking it all straight.
I think this year I'll end up having to set up a payment plan with the U.S. government.
What'd you do for last year?
We haven't talked about it much. It was a fairly reasonable sum.
It was paid?
No.
Is it on a payment plan?
I'm about $2,200.
Okay.
Hmm?
It's a very important piece of this debt.
Fuck.
It's interesting because the episode that's coming out before yours was another YouTuber who did not pay his taxes.
Which one? Darkside Phil.
Oh, maybe I should have him on. No, it's a YouTuber that doesn't upload anymore. He got to 100,000 subscribers and then quit.
Now, there's only the 1 year, and I've just been waiting for him to knock on the door and get it solved. But at the beginning of this year, I was not in a position where I could do it. I'm like, I have to make it to the stock drops.
Yep. He's got, what do you say, 2,200 in tax debt. Well, Mike, you can opt into it if you're in the States. There's not that option to opt into it outside of the US. Because if I could have opted into it from the first day I started streaming, I would have. But unfortunately, outside of the United States, that option is not available to me, I'm afraid.
And let's see if there's a spike that comes with it, and I'll pay it then. And that's the world we're in now. Yeah, dude.
Well, you had 30 in crypto. You could have paid it.
I could have, but I knew I looked at.
Here comes the
and
excuse.
this is a terrible way to live, but this is how I looked at it. I can pull this out of crypto now and potentially miss a house payment at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I would rather stay in the house until I have to leave it.
Yeah.
And continue to build equity, and maybe I'll never have to leave it. But if that one if I pulled this 2,000 and paid the U.S. government, which I know they're patient. I owed the money. They are very patient. The U.S. government
It
is
depends.
so patient. They'll
They
hit you
also
with
have the
interest and
guns.
payments. Yeah. Well, but I'll tell you, having had this very similar problem in my 20s with a small business
Really?
collapsing, and owing them $1,500 then, they were very eager to work with you. They're like,
Dude, that's 30 fucking years ago. The government is not operating the same way that they were 30 fucking years ago. I'm pretty fucking sure the IRS is a little bit more aggressive these days than they were back when you were 20. Okay? The US government wants its fucking money a lot more these days.
just give us anything, man. But, the U.S. government works slow, and believe it or not, they're surprisingly cool when it comes to owing them money.
Okay.
So
Many people have had different experiences. Just to let you know.
yeah, I've had they just set me up on a payment plan. They're literally like, "What can you afford?" I'm like, "Well, I'm on disability now, so
Yeah.
what do you think I can afford?" They're like, "Can you afford to give up
Oh.
10% of that?" And I'm like, "No, I can't give 10% of $850. I'm living off of $850."
What if they knew
Right.
you were spending $900 a month on fast food?
Uh-huh.
I mean, they probably would be.
Yeah, now.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
He just broadcast to the IRS. I can't afford 10% to take 10% of my disability when I'm also spending $900 a month on food. He done fucked up now.
Do not send this to the IRS. Yeah, probably not great. I mean, they know. The government knows, right? They have access to my credit card records, right?
I'm
They
just saying,
know.
if there's one
They
people
know.
we don't, it's the IRS.
That's true. But they know.
Yeah.
The
I mean, we've had not for sums of 2,200, but there's been people in the media industry in general who have, not paid taxes. They've gone to jail.
If you owe them a significant amount of money,
Yes.
ask Wesley
yes.
Snipes.
they do not consider $2,000.
No, I
a
know.
significant
But
amount.
that's all I'm saying is like,
No, but they can start garnishing. But is he going to go to jail? No. But will they start garnishing his YouTube and Twitch revenue? Fuck yes. They'll start garnishing the shit out of him if he doesn't pay it off.
well, this isn't all roses and
The
butterflies.
best I can get for you on this loan is
Mm-hmm.
that it was 0% for 24 months. Because that's pretty much standard on the website.
Yeah. When'd you take it out?
July.
Okay.
Hold up. 0%. There may be a codicil there depending on how your credit is. When he got this, if his credit was good enough, maybe he could have qualified for the 0%. But it's a question mark of whether or not he actually qualified for the 0%. Depending on a credit check, he may not have qualified for the 0%, but instead may have qualified for so much interest. And knowing Bookie here, they might just said, okay, you qualify for this, and he might just not even heard and got, okay, I'll take it. and so he may actually be accruing interest on this too.
So we're in the 0% interest period.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
Or no, June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, June. Sorry, I was panicking. I was like, because
You almost sent me into one.
I got it before you. Yeah, so
Does she work?
we're working on that.
Okay, because that would be that's not required to. We're not married, anything like that. If we are married, that's a conversation of what do we need to be as a future? How do we hit financial goals? We might need to work, obviously.
The majority of her everything is taken care of, but the one thing that she's not doing is bringing income in.
Yeah,
but she's costing pretty much nothing going on.
Okay, let's capture some of your other things. We have Verizon 222.
Do it.
Verizon 222.
Yes, we got 2 lines.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you have your
God
phones financed?
damn.
iPads, Apple Watches?
Not iPads. No.
Verizon's expensive.
There is. Yeah, Verizon's expensive. There is. There was like a $500 balance.
Well, it's 222 because he's paying for the phone. That's why it's 222. He's got 2 lines, and with his brand spanking new iPhone 14, I'm guessing it is, that's part of the bill. Where he's like, I got it for free. No, dude, it's part of your bill. That's where that 222 is. It's the phone service, plus he's paying off the phone.
Balance after trading on that phone on this one, so we are paying that off. But that is again.
Wait. What did he say there?
There is, yeah, Verizon's expensive. There is, there was like a $500 balance after trading on that phone on this one, so we are paying.
So that was a fucking lie.
And earlier, he said it was free. Earlier, in the video, he said, oh, I got this for free. When I traded in my iPhone 7, I got this one for free. He just said there's a $500 balance left on the phone that they're paying off through the phone bill. Call that. Fucking call that shit. Yeah, literally Boogie did girl math. He literally did girl math on this one.
But that is, again, it's 0%.
You're gonna hate it because Verizon is like the best nationwide, but when we just can't afford to live, like Mint Mobile.
I don't even know what that is.
Ryan Reynolds, Mint Mobile.
I don't watch commercials, man.
Okay, well check it out, dude. I'll text you a link. It can be like $30 a line.
Okay, I'll still have to pay off this phone before I can get there. But yes.
Oh.
Twitch chat, I'm going to make you vanish real quick so you can see what's going on here. And I'm going to shift over here. And actually, Tick chat, I'm probably going to make you vanish too so everybody can see everything. Because there's a lot of stuff in the screen that I'm sure everybody wants to see.
Oh, so wait.
Yeah, like
told
I
me
said,
that phone was $0.
It added up to like there was a
caught
balance
it.
of $420 spread across 24 months.
Hold on, I was moving around. He caught it. He caught exactly what I just said.
I'll text you a link. It can be like $30 a line.
Okay, I'll still have to pay off this phone before I can get there. But yes.
Oh, so wait.
Yeah, like
told
I
me
said,
that phone was $0.
It added up to like there was.
Hey, look at his face. What did he girl asked the fucking phone. I called it the second he said that. I fucking called that. The moment he said it.
Gotcha, bitch.
A balance of $420 spread across 24 months.
Oh.
But it's 0% interest.
I know, but we can't switch to another carrier.
Yeah.
Well, there goes saving $150. All right. Car insurance? Yeah.
Gotta have car insurance.
Gotta have car insurance. The YouTuber, the other one I was just talking about, who didn't pay his taxes, does not have car insurance. Very bad.
I didn't for the first 30 years of my life.
That's not good.
Yeah, that was not good.
Do you have what the fuck is? Oh, yeah, $775 is your minimum monthly for insurance.
Yeah,
Health
God.
Blue Cross Blue Shield keeps me alive. Unfortunately, for them, they are losing a lot of money on this. I can tell you that. They are spending way more than I'm giving them at this point.
Yeah. Like 15 years ago, you may have not been able to.
Dude, that's the whole point of insurance. That's literally the fucking point of of having insurance. Is you're paying less than what they may need to pay out for your health bills. The health insurance companies make their money because people that have health insurance are paying into health insurance, but they're healthy. And so they keep paying their premiums over and over and over again. And that's how they make money, because the people that are healthy are not using their benefits. And like, stop gloating about the fact that you're a sick piece of shit and that the insurance company's paying out for you because you refuse to take care of yourself, you dumb motherfucker.
To get health insurance at this point.
I couldn't. Yeah, if it wasn't for the Obama administration that made it possible for me to purchase insurance as a self-employed person, I would have never had access to health insurance.
Okay. So how many people do you have to buy groceries for, like every day type thing?
Me and her.
Just you two?
Yeah.
I mean,
we do have somebody that again will cook for free as long as they're eating. So we do take advantage of that. So generally means we're cooking for 3 most of the times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I would
the chef, I
go
think.
to the 2 with some cooking, getting done. So what we did on our grocery store website, our local grocery store, HEB, you can probably do this on Walmart, I assume. We created like a meal prepping thing for each week, 2,500 calories a day per person, plus snacks. We sorted the recipes for what we needed for each meal by cheapest.
I should have pointed out that when we eat at home, we eat cheap. We eat more sandwiches than we eat anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way. So
Then why don't you do that more often? If you eat cheap at home, why are you spending $900 to primarily eat out at crap food like Chick-fil-A and Starbucks and Arby's? Why don't you continually eat at home if you eat cheap at home?
So that was a fucking lie.
Because you're not eating cheap at home. I've seen the shopping trip that he did on Lolcow. One of the Lolcow podcasts that he did, one of the episodes, was they sent Boogie to the grocery store to do grocery shopping for himself. Number one, Boogie had to ride around in one of those little scooters. He would not walk around the store. He was riding around in a little scooter. And 2, they were looking at the food that they put on the conveyor belt that they were buying. It was all crap. All of the food that Boogie was buying was junk. Absolute fucking junk. He doesn't buy cheap. He doesn't buy good food. Garrett, it's been a while since I seen it. This was on EFAP's EFAP special. I think it was the Darth Boogie, the white one. Perhaps it was that one from EFAP. But he did this on one of the low cost podcasts, and you could see like all the food that was on the conveyor at the grocery store was all just garbage. Absolute garbage, junk food. High sugar, high fat, high caloric crap.
sort the ingredients by cheap and then do like a pickup order for it, which can be free depending on the store. And that way you're not going through the aisles, you're not picking up everything. And we had for a single person with snacks and desserts, 2,500 calories a day, good eating, $250 a month.
That's
comfortably.
Incredible. That's incredible.
Comfortably, but most people aren't, willing to get into the nitty gritty of it, name
course,
brands and eating a unique meal every day. And I want everyone to be able to do that. I want everyone to be able to do that.
With you,
when we can't afford it.
Everything in our house is great value.
Okay.
100% of the time.
So that was a fucking lie.
Again, I saw the episode where Lolcow sent him grocery shopping. None of that shit was great value. None of it was. It was all brand name and it was all crap.
Because number one, it's a huge waste of money. The food doesn't taste different. The products aren't any better. And secondly, we're in Walmart country, right? Like, so, if you're not buying the local brand, you're kind of a trader in our area. But yeah, at least that we're already doing that.
Yeah. All I'm saying is I could get you guys $450 a month in groceries for you too. With aggressive meal prepping. We could.
That sounds very reasonable. Yeah.
Now I have something called the toilet paper fund. This is just whatever else is needed to survive at the household. So it's the toothpaste, the toothbrush, whatever is needed.
Sure.
It could even be like some car maintenance. Everything's going to ebb and flow on a monthly basis. I'm going to put $150 there.
Sure.
Medical on a monthly basis, medications. What is coming out on average?
About $1,500. for health insurance and medications.
Oh, okay. Not health insurance. Just
And
medication.
now we're doing
just medications. Well, I guess I could subtract the health insurance.
So
700.
yeah, in the neighborhood, 500 to 700 depending on the month.
Okay, so 600 if we average.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me figure out your debt
God
minimum
damn.
payments. Including mortgage. Actually, let's do mortgage separately.
God, look at what the remaining is. His budget was $42.69. He's already in the negatives for his remaining the remaining money left. He's already at negative 217. Well, yeah, I know, because he said he's on a lot of prescription meds, and prescriptions are very expensive, even when you have health insurance. Yeah, he's he still has yet to take the mortgage out. He still has yet, or no, wait, sorry, there's the mortgage right there. There is the mortgage right there, but we still don't have the credit card bills. We still don't have the loan bill. We still don't have the car bill. We still don't, there's still so much that has not come out.
Including property taxes and insurance and all that good stuff.
And did we get through utilities on this or not? I can't remember.
I did not see you.
They should have been in some of the screenshots.
Here it is.
I think water payment is in here.
So this is water, gas,
electricity. Oh, sorry, no, that is water and trash removal, and that's it. That's what the city charges. It sucks.
Okay, so you have electricity on the side.
Electricity is a whole other bill, which you should have here as well.
So
So
this is just trash.
Yeah,
And
our city is highway robbery.
Garrett, they are trying to open an OF for her. I don't know if she has one now. I know they were trying to start an OF for Desi too.
Insane. That's trash and water.
do they compensate it with low property taxes at least? Like we get hammered with aggressive.
Our property taxes are better.
Okay, how much in electricity and gas then?
Depends on the month.
Yeah, give me your average.
They should be printed out for the last month here. I think I sent them to you. I think the last month in electricity was $250.
Yep. It was a little more than that, but yep.
And then what was the other one you're asking about? Gas, I think, comes out to, in the winter, close to 150. In the summer, down to as little as 50. So let's call that 100. And then what was the other one? Water, gas, electric. We do pay for cable, which is $100 a month.
Jesus.
Sorry, internet, which I'm a YouTuber.
Yes.
Right.
Well, everyone, you need internet to survive.
Okay.
To do jobs, to do anything.
Right. $99 a month. We got a really good deal when it comes to internet. That's for a gigabit, and this is the slowest they offer. So I can't even get it cheaper if I wanted to.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Let me get the debt minimum payments besides the mortgage.
God, this is gonna hurt.
Not including whatever the IRS might be, because we don't know yet.
Yep.
Yeah, this extra $653 could clear
Jesus.
you. Not clear you up, but it would help a lot.
He's $13.20 in the hole every month right now. That because his budget was $42.69. After all this, he's at negative $13.20.
Yeah.
I
I ballpark, and like I've said publicly, right around 7,000 for like minimum payments across everything. Is that about close to what you got?
I don't know just yet. I want to make sure we've got everything that you're required to have. Gas. How much do we think on a monthly basis?
Like I said, gas in the winter is because it's
car gas.
Oh, very little. I drive a hybrid, so 20, 40, maybe $80 a month, if that.
Okay, we'll be conservative and say 80.
Yeah.
V-Dog, your cable, phone, and internet is over $300 to $400 a month? Holy shit! V-Dog, you might wanna, if possible, look at getting a new subscriber. Holy shit, if it's possible. Yeah, Lev, you don't know Boogie, do you? You're not familiar with Boogie, are you? Oh my god, yeah, he is fucking horrible with his money. He is absolutely horrible with money. This guy is like, you can see, like, by the way, Caleb lowballed this number. This number should have been like $300 higher. That he is very brokey. He is very brokey. This number actually should have been 900, not 600. So this number should actually be over $2,000 right now. So he lowballed this one. And like he is, and for new people that just came in who do not know about who Boogie is like an OG YouTuber. He started as a YouTuber back before YouTube even started paying people. He got really big, and then he has fallen off really hard because he basically got exposed as being the piece of shit that he actually is, because he is a scumbag. He is a liar. He's a cheater. Does nothing but sympathy bid, and basically is a fatalist, constantly saying that he's gonna die. It came out like in 2022 he made a claim that he has cancer, and in 2024 he got exposed that he lied about having cancer. So yeah, he is, and he has no clue how to budget. He's got multiple loans that are at like 24% APR. He got a $5,000 loan just for a dog. We're watching that because it's both funny and rage inducing, and that's what we're doing.
Anything else that you are required to take care of on a minimum monthly basis? There were subscriptions like StreamYard and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's like a $25 subscription to StreamYard.
Any other subscriptions that are mandatory? Mandatory.
Oh, and we watch these shows because one reason why I like watching these, especially with Boogie, is it's basically for me, it's a really good look into what not to do. Yeah, it's like an awareness. It's sort of like a public service of this is what you don't do. Don't fall into this trap. And on the other hand, Garrett, you're correct. It should fly. Absolutely it is. I will freely admit this is a very heaping dose of schadenfreude.
Oh yeah, it's like a $25 subscription to StreamYard.
Any other subscriptions that are mandatory? Mandatory. I'm not throwing Disney Plus in there. I'm sorry.
I think I could.
I'm just trying to get your mandatory in order to survive type.
Streamlabs might.
And
count, but that's
overpayment.
$9 a month.
Okay, so 35 then.
Let's call it that. Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's everything.
Okay.
I did a really good job of canceling everything
Good.
over the last few months.
How many miles is on that car?
12,000, I think now. I've had to take a lot of road trips.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I bought it with
12,000 is nothing.
I bought it with less than 1,000 miles on it.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I might be wrong. It might be closer to 18 if I'm ballparking it.
So that means that the mileage is actually probably higher. That means that the mileage is probably closer to 30,000, which is still not bad. 30,000 miles on a car is not bad in and of itself.
She could go check, but I think it's under 20 for sure. I think.
I'm happy about that though. It doesn't mean we have to worry about anything too major happening soon.
No, they say one of the reasons I bought this car is like all the YouTube reviewers said this specific year and that specific model, they said well over 150,000 miles before you even start to see issues. So, and I knew it would take a lifetime for me to put that on it. Even with trips like this, for business and stuff, I'll never put that much mileage on it.
5,856 in order to survive. So a little under. But that's because I think we're throwing in a little less wants. You said in your budget you had like 900 for food or something.
Yeah.
It's like if we get rid of.
Oh, and by the way, all this, the needs, TONT, you can stack an extra 1,000 to 2,000 on top of that because Boogie is not going to live with just needs. He is not. Boogie has zero self-control. So absolutely you need to add another 1,000 to 2,000 on this in a quote unquote needs because he will not follow the budget.
A little less wants. You said in your budget you had like 900 for food or something.
Yeah.
It's like if we get rid of wants, only just basic survival, which is what you should be on, because again, we still bring in $1,600 less on a monthly basis than we need to survive. Which,
and we're real close to that being 0.
yeah. So
now, I do have one thing we haven't included here.
Oh, okay.
And it is the other backup plan that I've had, which is so incredibly stupid.
Go on.
Of course, it's
I
stupid.
started playing a card game called Magic the Gathering back in 1994.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what is he about to say? Is he going to say he's going to sell his magic cards? Because he tried to do this in the Mike Lum video. In the documentary that Mike Lum did, he actually tried to sell magic cards and basically, like, was able to get, like, 1/8 of what he thought that they should be. Like, some do sell for a fair amount, but when he tried to sell his magic cards, they would only give him maybe 1/8 of what he was asking for.
Yeah.
I happened to purchase a lot of cards at a time.
Yeah, I remember this.
They are worth a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No. They're worth a lot in his own head. Again, he tried to do this already before this show. He did not get fuck all for them.
So I have cards that have been my backup plan for the entirety of my life, right?
Yeah.
Since 1994, I'm like, these cards continue to accrue value. The bottom will fall out eventually. Here we are 31 years later, and they've gone nowhere but up. I generally get about 70% of the value of what a card's worth. And so, for example, I was gifted a card for 9 years ago for my 40th birthday. They paid $80 for it. It's currently worth about $2,700. So I do have additional assets.
Can you give me a conservative value of your entire collection? Conservative.
I mean, extremely conservative
Yes,
would
please.
be if I bulk sold it tomorrow.
Yeah.
$50K. But my plan.
Bullshit. I'm calling fucking bullshit on that right fucking now. No fucking way is he selling his magic collection for $50K. Not a snowball's chance in hell. Again, he's already tried doing this. He's already tried selling his magic cards and he didn't get jack shit for them. He took his magic cards to his comic shop to try and sell some of them to make money, and he didn't get fuck all for that. No, not even 11K grams. If he got 1K for the lot, I'd be surprised. He brought these cards into a shop and tried to sell them because he needed something like 1,000. Like I think he brought the cards into the shop to try and sell them because he needed rent. He needed mortgage money, so he needed $2,000. And I think the most he got was the most he was offered for him, and these are supposedly really good cards, was $50. It's just no. 50K, calling 100% bullshit on that.
And is to continue to do what I've been doing over the last year, which is sell it periodically to survive, right? Because with the exception of, the COVID bubble hitting this market, and I wouldn't have sold during COVID because I didn't need the money, right?
Yeah.
Other than the COVID bubble bursting, these cards have continued to maintain value. So I sell them as I go. Now I'm learning
Caleb is
today from you that I should
you can
absolutely
see it in
go
Caleb's
home,
face.
sell $10,000 worth and throw it at these high interest loans.
Because they're probably not appreciating 25%.
No, certainly not. Certainly not.
Because the crypto, and it's in crypto. So one, I would just have this in a high yield savings account anyway, but it's going to last 5 more months at the max.
Yep.
If it stays this value, you never know what can happen with crypto. 5 more months. So,
and I wasn't lying. It's gone up since I sent it to you, right?
Yeah.
We made a couple bucks.
I would sell that.
It's on the climb. Do not invest. Do not invest.
Invest, but not in that.
Not in crypto.
Yeah. Nobis, he does 100%.
Okay. So with the bad debt that we have, this is what I would do today. Tomorrow, because you get home tomorrow. But high interest bad debt, including
Okay, Northern Wolf, thanks for coming.
because it's about to get to be like death interest.
Yeah, they'll
terrible.
knock on the door soon.
Yeah, and I would rather knock on their door before they knock on yours.
That's fair.
I would sell $16,307.88.
How much?
$16,307.88.
That's pretty doable.
That wipes out IRS. It wipes out credit card. It wipes out the
Wait, hold up.
because it's about to get to be
What is he talking about?
tomorrow because you get home tomorrow. But high interest bad debt debt, including I'm putting the IRS in there, man, because it's about to get to be like death interest.
Yeah,
terrible.
they'll knock on the door soon.
Yeah, and I would rather knock on their door before they knock on yours.
That's fair.
I would sell $16,307.88.
How much?
$16,307.88.
That's pretty doable.
That wipes out IRS. It wipes out credit card. It wipes out.
Is he talking? Is he talking about selling $16,000 worth of cards? Because he's not going to get that. I hope to God Caleb is not talking about. He's talking about selling Met. No, he's not going to get it. Boogie's note. He's not talking about selling his crypto. His crypto, he's only got $8 grand in. So he's talking about selling magic cards for this. Oh, that's no bad idea. Oh, he's not going to get that.
The bed. It wipes out the car, and it wipes out the dog. Loan, not the dog, but the car. You, in your situation, not having a car debt, leverage on a depreciating asset, lowers your risk profile immensely.
Okay, extremely stupid
incredible.
question.
Yeah.
It's my understanding that I should maintain some loan to continue to build credit.
Sure.
It's so because I do think relocating, selling my existing home and buying a cheaper one is something that will still be in my future, even with this.
So
And
you'll still have your
if
mortgage.
I were to keep a loan, is the mortgage count?
Oh, absolutely.
Is that the one they're looking
Why
for?
wouldn't
Well,
it?
they're looking for everything. They're looking for diversification. They're looking for age. They're looking for low balances. They're looking for on-time payments. What I would do in your situation is obviously keep the mortgage because it's a low rate. It's great. Getting rid of the other loans, even if your credit score takes a hit because the age goes down, doesn't matter anyway, because right now your credit score and what exists within it of taking out debt is taking advantage of you. You're not taking advantage of it. So there's really no purpose right now of you like shooting for that good credit score because this is you. What I would do potentially, you're not a credit card person.
Right.
Like you can't manage it. You're not paying the payments. But if it is
No
that
shit.
important to you, the one thing I might consider, if you can prove to yourself over the course of 6 months that you only put gas on your credit card and you pay off the entire balance every month,
That's smart.
I will concede that you're allowed to do that. And that will at least, that in the mortgage, man, you'll be in the 700s credit score wise.
Okay.
Should be chill.
Okay.
It should be chill. You might get a hit in a bit for a bit because your overall credit age is going to go down because some accounts are going to close for paying them off.
Right.
But honestly, with your credit card getting paid off, even with those, I wouldn't be surprised if it jumped to about 700 anyway.
Because one of the main, I debated even talking about this, and I don't know if it'll make the final cut.
Oh
But
no.
one of the major reasons I want to make sure that I can take out a loan is because there's a very real chance of a medical emergency.
God, he's gonna talk about it. I was wondering if this was gonna come up. Chat, get ready. We are about to enter the cancer phase of this episode. We are about to enter the fake cancer part of this episode. Buckle up. Here we go.
And for the thing that I'm dealing with, you have to pay up front,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah. No. Well, of course, obviously, I mean, death over life. Life comes first. So, I get your fear around that. Yeah, I think your credit score again will actually be in a better place because right now what's holding it back, looking at your credit, is a high credit card balance. You know, you want to be under that 30% utilization. If we just have you swiping your credit card on gas, paying off the balance every month, and having the mortgage consistent.
Well, diggle fingers. No, but it makes for a great story to get people to donate to you.
You're gonna have a good score.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, are we talking 800s? No, but like you'll be in the 7s.
Right. Right.
So,
And I think when we're looking at this minimum structure,
yeah,
I think my income I mean, my income in the last 30 days has been enough to cover that.
Yes.
And this
YouTube alone, right?
right?
Yeah.
This podcast is going to start paying out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just hit profitability in the 3rd episode. That's incredible, right? My cut is small, it's 25%, right? But I own 25% of this thing, and
By the way, he doesn't own 25% of it. I think it came out that he's not actually owning 25%. He's getting like 25% of the revenue. He has no actual ownership stake in LolCow. This is just like something Keemstar just like said, but it's not real. He doesn't actually own any share of the podcast. He's just getting paid 25% of it as like talent. And the podcast, again, the podcast is paying his mortgage. Keemstar is paying his mortgage for being on the podcast.
foresee being able to reach these minimums throughout at least the rest of next year. I don't know if it'll get better than that. But I think I'm in a position right now after the doc coming out and this podcast and everything else. I think I'm in a position where I reach these minimums. I won't have much wiggling room after that. And it'd be a really good idea to pay all of this down.
You need to tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Exactly. As soon as I get home.
But the minimums don't matter for then spending an additional $900 going out.
Bandalore, I'm thinking that Caleb's episode here came out when they were like when Boogie came on, they were like 3 episodes in. This may have actually been before Team stepped in and took over. So I think this was like at the very beginning of LolCow Live. Team may not have even been involved yet. And so I think he was not yet at the point, actually I can move over now. It may not have actually been yet at the point where Team was paying for his mortgage. Even before Wings got fired or Wings left, however that worked, Team was still paying Boogie's mortgage. But I think we are at chronologically speaking, I think this is before Team became a major part of the podcast, before Team started paying Boogie's mortgage, because there are only 3 episodes in.
And then whatever else, the extra unnecessities are unnecessities right now. If we can't afford it, we currently can't. So what is required through, again, a anonymous call center job, something that pays minimum wage, building that podcast.
Yes. Because guess what I do? Not anonymous call center, but I fucking work from home in addition to my streaming. And he only streams for 2, maybe 3 hours a day. I stream minimum of 5. You can do a work from home job, earn yourself an extra $2,000 a month, and still be able to stream and get you out of this hole. Absolutely possible.
Or abandoning the Twitch and everything like that and fully focusing on re-engaging YouTube, whatever it might be, man, that brings you to at least...
I mean, that's been the plan over the last 30 days. You literally what I've been doing over the last 30 days since this documentary dropped, and you can see it's paying off, right? Like my numbers continue to grow. My income is continuing to grow.
He could easily do at-home customer service phone. They'll take anybody. He just basically sits on a computer at home with a headset on. Customers call in. He basically just does customer service stuff from home. They'll take anybody.
I'm doing exactly that. All of this ancillary stuff is ancillary. I have it all in a link dump, and other than live streaming once a week just for the fun of it, because I enjoy doing it, I don't live stream. I put my time where the cash cow is, and that cash cow is YouTube's ad revenue. And my favorite part about that is I'm not making money off the back of my audience. They don't have to buy a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. They don't have to engage with the sponsor. They don't have to.
Dude, you begged your audience for money all the fucking time. All you do is beg for money. So go fuck yourself with that shit. And DBB Keemstar is another content creator. He's like a shock jock kind of content creator. Not personally someone that I watch. I like the brief clips of him I've seen is he's incredibly abrasive and an asshole. And Yeah, he's like a drummer tuber, and that's what he does.
To buy a channel membership. They don't have to donate anything on Twitch. All they have to do is put the video on, click it, watch it, and I make money. And that's simple as that.
A lot of the criticisms that I personally saw, and you can refute them if you wish. This is just, there's too much information online.
Sure, yeah,
It's impossible. So, but a lot of I saw is, again, like the pity party, sympathy feast over the last few years.
Sure.
And maybe that turns the people off, and maybe it's to get people to give some money. I'm not sure. Are we done with that?
Yeah, I've been done with it for a while.
Good. So
that was a fucking lie.
And that's all I need to say.
we just don't
I
even-
learned very quickly my decision to talk about my finances last year.
Mhm.
That is not how I'm going to get out of this hole. And I cannot, nor should I, want my existing audience or my pre-existing audience to want to dig me out of this hole. Now, it's a whole other thing.
Exactly,
if I
Hunter.
create
Exactly.
content that they want to pay for, right?
Yes,
If I give
yes, of course.
value,
Value.
you give value. Most YouTubers give value. That was the thing that I was missing from my video last year. I asked for something, but I offered nothing in exchange. That was the idiocy of it. And I'm at a point where I can't ask for anything up front from my audience, nor should I, nor do I want to, right? I have to deliver a product that they enjoy, and if they enjoy it, then they can catch me on the back end if they so choose to. And I don't blame a single person who chooses never to do that, right? If you said Boogie's burnt that bridge, I fully understand and respect that.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, here we go. More trauma dumping. He's saying like, oh yeah, I know I'm a piece of shit. I deserve it all. Poor pity me. Don't I deserve sympathy because I'm such a piece of shit? Yeah, he's this is what he does. He turns on the pity party, and he's like, I'm telling you everything that you want to hear. Don't you pity me now. I'm saying everything you want me to say. I'm telling you everything that you want to hear. Don't you sympathize with me? Don't you feel pity for me? No, Boogie. We down.
I don't know. The thing I think I learned from the internet more than anything, I was playing, I don't know. I heard it called I'm Just a Small Bean the other day. Do you know, have you heard this, right? Growing up for me, it was,
Caleb is
you
so
wouldn't hit a guy
fucking
with
done.
glasses, would you? I was being Jerry Smith from Rick and Morty, if you're familiar with that character. It's a character that was intentionally
Hang on.
from Rick and Morty, if you're familiar with that character. It's a character that
He is so fucking done. He is so fucking done with him. If he could, Caleb right now would be telling him, what's so funny is if he did this audit a year later, he would have been screaming at Boogie to shut the fuck up. If he had done this audit, we've seen his more recent ones. If he'd done this a year later, he would have been screaming at Boogie, shut the fuck up.
was intentionally pathetic in the hopes that other people wouldn't harm them. What I've learned very quickly from that, no, very quickly, but I've learned harshly, is that when you make yourself out to be a
and I also think that he's not yelling at Boogie right now because he knows it probably wouldn't do any good. He's already fully read into Boogie. So he knows all about him. He's probably seen his videos where he's doing the poor pity me thing. He knows that's all a pity party. And he's just basically waiting for Boogie to run out of steam. Because if Caleb was to respond to any of this, it would fuel Boogie and make him keep going. If he said anything to Boogie, if he fired back at him, it would only fuel Boogie's basically humiliation kink and his, self-flagellation kink, and only make it happen even further. He's just being quiet and just like, I have to ride this out till Boogie runs out of steam, because if I say anything, it's going to add more fuel to the fire, and it's only going to go on longer. So I think he's just biding his time.
victim. The people that like to victimize people will choose you to victimize.
I'm curious, do you find yourself throughout your life playing justification games?
Certainly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it just might be something worth escaping in the future, is just instead of trying to justify like every last last thing, a reason for everything happening, reason why I did this, reason why I made this choice is because of this whole winded thing of a character I'm trying to do and all this stuff.
Well, in
instead
therapy,
of just justification.
well, in therapy, we learn why we do things, right? I know
Oh,
why.
God.
During the Frank Castle situation, when a man was battering down my door, calling me the N word and an FAGGOT and all the, I know why I opened that door,
Yeah.
right? I did it because I wanted to stand up for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what he was talking about, that may have been the incident with the gun. That may have been the incident where Boogie came out with a gun and fired a warning shot in the air, and because he was near a school, he got arrested for it. Which, by the way, the video, I don't recall Frank actually saying what he just said. The names that he called him, I don't recall him saying anything like that. He called him a fucking pussy, but he didn't call him the N-word. He didn't call him the F-word. Didn't say anything like that, at least in my knowledge. Okay, I'm back. Oh, and Leo, you did see a part that Frank calls him a gay slur? Okay, I've seen clips. I haven't seen everything. First, I wasn't even at the computer when the banana cat showed up. All right. Yes, I washed my paws, Kendrak. Yes, I did. All right, chat, home stretch. We've got about 20 minutes left. And I promise, after this is done, I'm not ending stream. I do have one more thing after we're finished with this. So don't worry. I am not going to be concluding the stream with this. Okay? And I will try to avoid pausing and yapping for the last 20 minutes so we can get through this.
I did it because you shouldn't be on my property.
Yeah.
I did it because this is a transgression to me. Does the law care? No, it's not an excuse. I broke the law. I pay. But it's important to understand.
Yes,
why
you
I
did.
these things.
Yeah.
Now
But
I-
justify is different than
No, it doesn't
understanding
justify
why.
it at all, right?
Okay.
This is why I did it. I need to have an understanding of why I did, so that I hopefully won't do something like that ever again.
Well, the only
Oh
reason
my
I ask if
God.
that's been a part of your life is because I don't want us to be justifying things in the future.
Oh,
You know?
absolutely, yeah.
And in terms, like, I really want you to get to a good place, man. The minimum you need to bring in order to live your minimum needs with current debts. Get rid of the debts is different. Actually, we're paying off.
Let's
the
talk
debts.
about what happens when we get rid of the debts.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yes. Exactly. Except for the mortgage.
Take mods if you
Then we need
please.
$5,203
Thank you,
to survive on
Rygat.
a monthly basis. That means you need to bring in $10,407 on a monthly basis for like recommended budgeting purposes.
Okay.
Recommended. It's obviously going to be tighter than that until you can get there. If you can get there again, that's great because I mean that's $124,000
You
a
say
year.
10,000 a month?
Yes, it's because your needs. We want to shoot for that being about 50%. That is difficult. That's usually more difficult.
Did you see his face? Hang on.
Great, because I mean that's
You
$124,000 a
say
year.
10,000 a month?
Look at his face. Say, I gotta make 10,000 a month to be able to be comfortable. Bowmate, this is before taxes. Or no, sorry. Theoretically speaking, it would be 10,000 a month after taxes, but he doesn't have taxes coming out of his out of his Twitch and YouTube revenue, primarily the YouTube revenue. So realistically speaking, it's more than 10,000. That is what he needs to make to be able to live comfortably. 10,000. Look at his face. He's like, well, how am I supposed to do that?
Yes, it's because your needs, we want to shoot for that being about 50%. That is difficult. That's usually more difficult in places like New York City or LA where rent's going to
Right, sure.
is
Yeah,
more.
it's a little easier in Arkansas.
Yes.
Maybe not Northwest Arkansas, but still.
Yeah, I can't speak for that
Excuses.
place specifically, but that's typically what we try to shoot for. 50% going to our needs, 30% to our wants, 20% for investing.
Sure. Okay.
Now, if I were in your shoes, is to shoot for that $10,400 as quick as I can, doing whatever it is, whether it's in content creation, whether it's a drive-through work, whether it's anonymous call center. And I know we already talked about having the name out there and just, different things. But even if, again, we can try the more anonymous thing or applying for jobs like it's a full-time job, might be a consideration. If things don't play out,
Yes,
maybe
it would.
this is going to last for another 5 months if no more income brings in.
Sure.
I say if we hit there, and we've no longer gotten to the place where we can, survive.
Right.
Obviously, liquidating cards might be the option then, but we're at that point. I think we've proved this is not working.
Right.
At that point, I say we try to scrape together any and every job we can, and we're not above any and every job at that point.
Right. I think a lot of people have this idea, and I get that the documentary definitely
God.
painted this picture, right? I think a lot of people don't understand what I'm willing to do to survive. But I hope
Dude, no. You deliberately sabotaged yourself when you went for the headhunting job interview. You literally did everything you could to sabotage yourself. You brought up the fact that you supposedly worked in the porn industry. You brought up that if you search online, that you might be classified as a predator, that you have all of these medical problems, that you're not good at socialization. You literally do everything possible to sabotage yourself so you will not have to work a regular job. So fuck off with that bullshit.
that you know that I literally drove across the country with an injury
Yeah.
to be here to do this, right?
Yeah, you did.
So I'm willing to eat as much as I need to do this,
Are
right?
you willing to stop eating $900 at McDonald's and Starbucks?
Yeah,
enough?
I'd
yes.
love to. And it's something I actively have tried to do my whole life.
I get that, but at this
Right.
point, it's like not a choice. It's really not.
I respect that. Most addicts would tell you that, I'm not making excuses, but it's the reality of the situation, right? It's like going to Eugenia Cooney and saying, you need to put on 50 pounds, right?
Okay.
Of course she does. Of course she does.
What about accountability? The people surrounding you.
I mean, they're doing their best.
Well,
you know?
what does that look
Nobody
like?
can hold your toes to the fire, man.
I know, but is there enablement at all?
No, the opposite. Right. The opposite.
I have to work.
Take your Turismo. Have a good time at work.
Right. I have people who were like, let me cook healthy meals, cheap meals here. Okay. But I know where McDonald's is, man.
Oh, wait. God, Gran Turismo, I'm sorry. My brain did not compute for a second. Boogie has infected my brain. I am so sorry. You Gran Turismo, you were basically doing that as Boogie. I just realized that. My brain is cooked. I'm so mad. That was Boogie's face by saying I have to work. I get it now. Sorry, Boogie has fried my brain tonight. I'm a little bit slow. I'm sorry.
I have people who were like, let me cook healthy meals, cheap meals here. Okay. But I know where McDonald's is, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, this show comes
They deliver to your house, right? Like if in a weak moment, I'm going to choose McDonald's.
in this show. I can do finances. I'm obviously not an addiction person. All I can say on the finances, if we're not willing to change that, then as the title of the video suggests, you're going to die in poverty.
I mean, like I said,
If you don't stop, you have to stop.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's you stop or you die in poverty. Because right now it's insane. It adds an additional 20% to your budget, 15% to your budget.
Oh, and by the way, Boogie has tried to claim that his eating $900 worth of food every month. Boogie has also made the claim that he does so because it's a form of self-harm. He has said this over and over and over again, that cramming his gob full of food so he continues to remain a fat piece of shit is, he claims that it is a form of self-harm, that he is facilitating self-harm because of mental health issues. He has said this over and over and over again, and has even screamed it on the Lol Cow podcast when people have called him out about, hey, why don't you eat better? Why don't you exercise better? And he always, every time goes, because it's a form of self-harm. I'm doing it to harm myself. It is a form of self-harm. That's what he does over and over and over again. Why? Because again, sympathy. He's sympathy farming.
We can't even survive in the needs.
Yep.
It's just really no longer a choice. So you're choosing at this point, even yes, addictive tendencies. I get it, and that is not my thing to talk about. If you choose to do that after this conversation, you've chosen just giving up and just.
Well, I mean, after this conversation, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing for the last 30 to 45 days, which is work as much as I humanly possibly can.
How many hours a day do you think that
I'm
is?
putting in a good 40-hour work week now.
Okay. Well,
So that was a fucking lie.
He streams a couple hours. He sits in front of a camera for like 3 to make a video. No, dude. You're not working 40 hours a week. Bull fucking shit. I'm calling you out on that one.
I think that when we can't survive, I think that needs to be 60 to 80.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's where I
Ooh,
am.
fuck you.
And like at the
Fuck you, Boogie. Fuck you. Okay, because I am basically at this point between my regular job and streaming, I am working like 60 plus hours a fucking week. Right now. And actually, that's reduced. I'm now working something like 60 plus hours a week. I was working somewhere close like 65 to 70 before they finally dropped my hours back down to more normal range. So, fuck you, you fat piece of shit.
end of the day, again, no excuses. You know, people think I don't want to get a real job. I'm a disabled
Oh,
fella,
yeah,
man,
right.
right? I've been disabled since 2005, right? I can't work hard. I can't do physical labor. That's not an option, right?
I
So
think
now-
call it home, again, service
So now they have to
center.
Google that I'm a felon who
Yeah.
beats his wife, and
Here we go.
that's what happens when
Here we go. The same fucking thing that he did with the headhunter. Same exact fucking thing. They're going to Google me. They're going to say I'm a convicted felon. They're going to say I beat my wife. They're going to say I'm a predator. Blah, blah, blah. Excuse, 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 excuse. Boogie, no one fucking believes it. No one fucking believes it.
you Google my name.
Mm-hmm.
Go do it right now.
Yeah.
They have to hire that person.
Yeah.
Caleb
They're
ain't
not
buying
going-
it.
Those are the positions where those more, what's the word?
Forgiving?
People with records do tend to find more opportunities.
Right, but are they also disabled? Right, like I'm saying,
Well,
there's
this would hopefully be work at home.
Excuse.
I'm just giving one option. I'm sure.
but I'm just saying, like, if that job crosses my lap tomorrow,
No. He's not accepting failure, Colonel. He doesn't want to do a regular job. He's been a YouTuber for so long that he does not want to do a regular job. He's still desperately trying to hold on to his YouTube fame. And the idea of him working a normal non-YouTube, non-content creator job would basically mean to him that he's over. That his career as a YouTuber is over. He's not popular anymore. He's not liked anymore, which has been the case for a long time. But yeah, this is all he's ever known. And by working a regular job in addition to being a YouTuber, in his brain, he's saying, that's it, my YouTube career is over. I'm now nothing. I'm just a normal pleb. I'm a normal poor that's a fat piece of shit. And basically it means that he has failed and that he's now nothing. He is desperately trying to hold on to that perceived fame that he once had. Bearing in mind that there are plenty of content creators who can enjoy even a modicum of success while also working a regular job. Hi, nice to meet you. I work a regular job every fucking day and I do streaming every day afterwards. And apparently, I have a lovely amount of people that are happy to come see me every day. Thank you, guys. So, yeah, but for him, he loses his celebrity. Gran Turismo, I don't talk about it. The job, my day job, I don't discuss it because it's private. And I don't want to dox myself or the job I work for. So, I keep it private. Oh, no, Squeaky. Unfortunately, I cannot say that I'm disabled. So no, but Bookie has that fake diagnosis up on me. Yeah, but if he works a regular job, he has to admit he's failed. His YouTube career is over, and he loses the celebrity. He's desperate to hold on to that celebrity more than anything.
I'll take it. Have I actively looked for
Good
it?
night, Rio.
Absolutely. I just don't
find
think it exists.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Our good friend LinkedIn. You know, this is a wide variety. Well, this is giving way too much variety. Let's just do customer service. Because I did call center and it was doing like real estate agent. It was like the fifth one down.
And Leo,
That makes sense.
if that's what you
There you
got,
go.
that's what you got. That's
Multiply
fine.
these billion, trillion, quadrillion jobs.
I have. I'm telling you.
So that was a fucking lie.
He has not applied to a single one of these fucking jobs. He has not put in one job application. I will fucking guarantee you that.
I've done this exact thing in the
You've
last
applied
year.
for all of them.
No, I've applied for over a dozen, and I kept getting
that's
told the
nothing.
same thing, which is, dude, you're unemployable.
Yeah. So
Ah.
even for the people that are very employable, though,
Yeah.
applying for a dozen jobs, you likely won't
Right.
get a single job.
Okay. I had that headhunter
Yeah.
tell me off camera,
Mm-hmm.
man, there's nothing we're going to be able to do for you. I don't think there's anybody.
Yeah, dude, because you sabotaged it. They literally have you caught on camera sabotaging the entire interview, and the headhunter calling you out saying, you're not really being serious about this, are you? Don't try it, Boogie. Don't try and piss on our heads and call it sunshine. You are so full of shit, it defies description. And of course, he said, she told me this off camera. So that way there's no evidence to it, because on camera, we can see him poisoning the interview by doing all of what he just did and a whole lot more to make himself. He deliberately made himself an undesirable candidate.
You need to focus on the YouTube thing.
Okay.
Fools, oh, bull fucking shit. Bullshit. She did not say that. She did not. In fact, Boogie left Mike Klum a voicemail after the headhunter thing, and he said to Mike Klum in the voicemail, or maybe talk to him like live on the phone, I can't remember which, he said, I'm just gonna focus on my YouTube. He didn't say the headhunter told me that I should just focus on it. He told Mike Klum, I'm going to just focus on my YouTube. Dude, you are such a fucking liar.
Headhunter is telling me that these people aren't going to hire me. I trust her evaluation.
No, I get it. I struggle with the conversation. If we decide it's impossible, then it's impossible regardless.
Well, I understand that, but if you told me that I need to start flapping my wings and fly out of here, right?
I believe
we
he
would
did,
agree that
Squeaky,
that's
yes.
not a possibility.
She's probably right that you can't get most desirable jobs.
Not desirable jobs, anything. Dude, how desirable is it to cold call teachers about a union and get screamed at by them? Because that's the job I applied for.
Yeah.
And got told they wouldn't give it to me. How desirable is that job?
Dude, you're shocked that you would get rejected as a teacher when you're a felon, and you're shocked by this. Dude, you're lying. He's 100% fucking lying
Not
right
thrilling.
No. And that was the most desirable job I applied for.
Okay.
And they wouldn't offer me that one. And I had a friend in management at that
So
company.
you're not willing to try.
Am I willing to try doing something that is clearly not going to happen? No. Now, if I get the felony sealed, which is going to cost money, but at the end of my second year of
for fuck's
probation,
sake.
which I think is this year,
How much will it cost?
I don't know,
Okay. Might be-
thousands. But if I get that sealed, this is a whole other conversation.
That might be a very worthy investment pulling from the Magic the Gathering.
But until March, that's not a conversation we can even start.
Well, March is coming up pretty quick. So I
Ugh.
worked. What was it?
GBP, your lie detector
between a
speed.
couple jobs with my dad.
GBP, the fact that your lie detector has not shot into fucking orbit and exploded with nuclear fire is quite frankly shocking. I think you got a faulty lie detector, GBP.
I was like, why aren't you working? You need to go work this job. And it was like this odd jobs all around. And it connected people who like needed work. And the people that I was like moving mattresses with into like newly built college apartment complexes, they were all felons, and they were like people who just couldn't get work anywhere else. There was still opportunity that they saw.
Yeah, manual labor is generally
For Keen,
pretty
he'll
lenient
use
on
that as
stuff.
an
Yeah, but
excuse.
unfortunately, I can't stand
Absolutely.
it.
He always does.
This is just an example, though. I'm just saying, if we refuse to search for it because we believe it doesn't exist, then it's not going to exist.
Right. Well, when I'm getting told by professionals it doesn't exist,
Yeah.
I listen to the professionals.
Yeah,
and if
sure.
that makes
You're
me
lying.
why, that's
I
what
don't know. I wasn't there for the conversation.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for the conversation. It's hard for me to just fully.
I feel so bad for Caleb trying
I
to
don't
be
know. I
civil
wasn't there.
about all
I
this.
wish we'd put it in the doc, if I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
I mean, we did. It says right there, management would not give us approval because they wouldn't.
Yes, but
It's all
well,
there.
from there, it made it look like
Right.
because you said, well, you Google me, I'm
Well,
a
no, it's-
pedophile.
And I'll tell you my financial plan, and it might be a stupid one,
That is
Okay.
why they did it.
but because I've seen traction in the last 30 to 45 days,
Mhm.
the more I work, the more income I bring in.
Yeah.
The more that I make YouTube videos, the more that I put effort into the editing, the more that I put effort into being an entertainer, the more money I'm making. And that seems to be more valuable than chasing after a dream that professionals are telling me doesn't exist.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Gran Turismo, you and multiple other people in chat have all been talking about there are multiple jobs out there that someone with a felony conviction on their record can get. There are loads of them out there. So if you have a felony conviction on your record, you can get a job. Boogie does not want to get a job. That's the key point of fact. He doesn't want to get a job. He wants to try and hold on to that YouTube fame, and he's going to lie at every turn to try and hold on to it to justify why he's not getting a regular job.
Right? This is viable.
Professionals
It
or
is-
just that one conversation you had?
I've talked to several hiring people. Yeah.
I just have to trust you on that.
I've applied for several jobs in the last year,
Doesn't.
roughly.
Yeah, that's like a half hour work on LinkedIn.
Again, when you get shut down by several people doing hiring,
Oh,
and you get
shut
told
the
the same
fuck
message,
up,
including by
Boogie,
a
you
headhunter.
fucking liar.
Hey, man, you're a felon who has all these terrible rumors about you.
Yeah,
Who's gonna hire you
excuse,
to be working in
excuse,
your company?
excuse.
Also, you're disabled. Also, you have no education. Also, you have no work
No,
history.
nobody said this.
Right?
Nobody fucking
I
said
don't know.
this.
You're a CEO. You built a multi-million-dollar company.
These companies don't see that.
No.
They're not looking for somebody that runs their own business. They're looking for somebody that can make
No.
them money.
I wasn't saying it just like that. All I'm saying is reframing and resume building and interview skills. With everything you just said that's against you, except for the felony stuff. But you said the lack of education, lack of work history and stuff like that. Reframing to what you actually have accomplished, because you have
I've never
accomplished
been
a
a big
lot.
fan of lying, man.
That's not lying. You have
Well,
accomplished
for
a lot.
God's sake.
You had a
Oh, did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what Boogie just said? I will play it again because it bears repeating.
lack of work history and stuff like that. Reframing to what you actually have accomplished, because you have
I've never
accomplished
been
a
a big
lot.
fan of lying, man.
That's not.
I've never been a big fan of lying.
So that was a fucking lie.
Boogie, this isn't aging well at all. Because it was not long after this that Destiny busted him on lying about cancer. Yeah, he probably has an Andra. Boogie has lied his entire life. Boogie's entire life is one giant fucking lie. That is all he does. All he does.
Not lying. You have accomplished a lot. You have a multi-million
Well,
dollar
I've never
business.
I've never been a fan of going in and fudging my resume to make it
That's
look
not
palatable.
fudging either.
I don't have an education, but it's because I chose to learn abroad or
I
something.
was talking
like
about
that,
your
you
work
know.
skills. You've actually built something successful.
These companies don't see that as
Ah.
something. If you find me a job that pays as much as putting the same hours into my YouTube channel
Yeah.
as that, I'll take that job.
Yeah,
and I'll
yeah,
do it as well.
I mean,
There it is. He wants, he's like, Caleb, do the work for me. You do the work for me. I don't want to put effort into finding a job. you do it for me. That's how he operates. Everyone else do everything. I'm just going to sit here like a big, fat, bloated piece of shit and not do anything because poor Pete and me, I can't do anything. Everyone else do everything for me while I lay here and just exist.
You do 40 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
But we might need to do 60 to survive, which might require 20 somewhere else.
Well, it'd be smart to put that 20 hours into this business, the one I'm building that I keep 100% instead of keeping 5% and kicking
I
the other
agree.
90%
You think
up to the guy
that
up top.
20% will, or that 20 hours a week, that extra 50% in labor is going to equate to an extra 50% in revenue? If yes, then do it. Absolutely.
I don't know. It's
The math would have to work, right?
right, and I don't think most jobs are going to make that math work. Most $12 an hour
Oh,
jobs,
for
which is
fuck's
minimum
sake.
wage in Arkansas, I think now. I think it might be less, but it's supposed to hit 12 eventually, right?
Brings an extra $960 a week. That at least meets us to our minimum.
Yeah.
And minimum is better than draining our savings.
Yeah. Like I
Huh?
said, I'd rather put that hours into my business.
Yes,
And that's the
no.
plan.
I'm not against that. I'm just saying, as long as
Oh
the
my
value
God.
actually, if the math works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Right.
Have you worked with any services, by the way? There, I can't speak for Arkansas. I can't speak for the city. There's local services. There's a wide variety of services who focus on the rehabilitation aspect of people's lives. Now, you did not go to prison, but you do have a felony.
Sure.
That helps to connect felons with workplace opportunities. There are services out there. Have you worked with any of them yet?
It's never come across my table. Again,
No,
our
it's
plan
not about
is-
coming across your table.
well,
What
our-
about you going across their
Well,
table?
my plan is to
Huh?
seal the felony and try to move forward from there, and that happens in 3 months, provided I can afford it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's
So your answer is no.
I've never heard of that before, so I don't know if it even exists in my area. But it
We've
might.
got like
What
10
would they
minutes, Gran
offer?
Turismo.
I don't think they'll offer any financial.
A lot of things
compensation
I'm
with
seeing
that.
are Texas resources. Again, I can't speak for that,
Yeah.
but
Right. Well, as far as I know, I might not need that in 3 months.
I hope
But
not.
if it turns out in 3 months that I won't be able
Oh
to
my
get
then
this,
you'd be
God.
willing to?
yeah, of course, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
of course.
Again,
No,
it's
that's
just
a lie.
If math works, dude. If you can bring it in YouTube, if we can get back to $10,000 a month again, yeah, I'm all
Yeah,
about it.
I
It's
think
incredible.
the biggest mistake I ever made was in 2020 after my nervous breakdown. I stopped working.
Yeah.
And I should have had all of this money. I still could, had I not just 2020 when every other YouTuber went to work. I had to get into intensive therapy instead.
Mm-hmm.
I had to reorganize my brain.
Oh, here's the
right.
excuses.
And I'm glad I did it. Don't get me wrong. It was a good use of my time. I came out a different person. But I again, I think my biggest answer is I just need to go back to making as many videos as I can. Considering
Broken
my
record. This
scheduling,
is always
my
his
health,
answer. He thinks he's
um,
going to get back on top.
and really put my effort into my business.
So I do concede. I mean, if the professionals told you that, I mean, again, if that's what they said,
But
I
again,
do
this
believe it.
they're all telling me it becomes a whole other ball game in March.
he goes, yeah.
You know, hire a lawyer, spend a couple $1,000s, get this completely off my.
And Leo, he is. He will not give up. The same. He is desperately clinging to the fame that has already fled him. He is living in the past. He is oh so desperate to hang on to that Mr. Rogers of YouTube idea, is refusing to see what things look like now, and is coming up with literally every bullshit excuse his cooked brain can think of to why he should not work. Because he doesn't want to work. It is not that he can't, he doesn't want to work. He's done YouTube for 30 fucking years, and that's all he wants to do. He refuses to do anything else. What he's trying to do is he's trying to bide his time until he can go on social security. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to wait. He's trying to bide his time until he can hit the retirement age and start getting social security. And that way he can make YouTube videos and social security, and he can just barely get by. And he'll come up with every fucking excuse so he does not have to work. Balmain Jabrisa that comes out correct me if I'm mistaken, that comes out of your regular taxes, does it not? Like, it's not. He's obviously not getting a paycheck from YouTube and from Twitch, but when he pays into taxes each year, some of that goes into Social Security, does it not? So I would assume that he's paid into it because of that.
Our record no longer shows up in a background check, then all we have to do is deal with the other obstacles.
My favorite thing is always the
Gran Turismo. I'm not going to go deep into it because there is a lore regarding this. According to Boogie, again, this is according to him, so we take this with a Mount Everest size amount of salt. According to Boogie, his parents were extremely physically and sexually abusive to him during his growing up years. But again, this is according to Boogie, so you take that as you will.
Check, then all we have to do is deal with the other obstacles.
My favorite thing is always to punch back against certain mindsets and try to push people to better themselves. So this is what I try.
Well, like I said, I promise you, I'm not giving up hope. If it comes down to my YouTube channel is no longer making me money anymore, and I literally have to steal for a living, I'll do it.
Well, let's not do that.
Well, for God's sake.
I'm telling you, if I have to steal bread to feed my family, I would be that guy.
Yeah.
Right? I will do
shut
whatever
up,
it
you
takes to
drama
survive,
bitch.
Right?
Now, I will
and
say
certainly getting a job like every other human has ever had, or the jobs I've had. I worked security. I washed dishes at a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
I've worked, right? I have no problem with working. If job fits me and it's going to keep my bills paid, it's going to keep my health insurance.
Dude, you don't need a job that fits you. You just need a fucking job, period. Shut the fuck up.
So that I don't die. Obviously going to do it, man. Obviously.
I think one thing that would help, not pushing someone to get work, and I know there's probably background in a lot of different story.
Was it Andrea? So he didn't receive a felony. The felony charge was dismissed, and he got a misdemeanor. Huh? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Northern Wolf. Thank you very much.
If your significant other is able to help split the costs of the place they're living, that will help with your thing. I do want to talk about, before we wrap it up, just, okay, say you make it 10 years, like you said. I hope it's much longer. I really do.
Not really, Garrett.
Let's
it can, but not
the
really.
15-year arc.
Sure.
What does that look like to you? We've done YouTube for 15 years, so we're halfway through that.
I don't know.
That arc. What does the next 15 look like?
I mean, here's what my life has looked like so far, right? I was homeless when I was 20, right? I was couch surfing. I was breaking into buildings up at the University of Arkansas. Statute of Limitations has gone up on that, by the way. But I was sleeping in buildings that they were building still.
I want to hear about your future, the exciting things.
Hold on.
Oh, my sweet fuck. He asks him, what are you doing for the future? And what does Boogie do? Right back to the fucking past. Look at how pathetic I was.
Not your bad.
We're gonna get there.
past.
We're gonna get there. Okay.
Okay.
But when I was homeless, I wouldn't have told you that 3 years later I would be running a small business running web design, right?
Sure.
And then later, while I was running that business, I wouldn't have told you I'd be disabled soon after, right? And when I was disabled, I wouldn't have told you I'd be.
Caleb is so
YouTuber
fucking
and made
done.
$1.3 million across a decade, right?
Plus more sponsorships, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It was probably closer to like 2, right?
probably as much as 2.5. I would say across everything I've made, for close to $2.5 million in 2 years. That's
Incredible.
right. I cannot tell you what the future looks like, but I am always hopeful. One of my favorite movies, Castaway, right? Just gotta stay alive, man. That's it. Just got to stay alive because you never know what the tide could bring in tomorrow.
I do agree
have
with
no
that, but
clue
what
what
about plans?
Well, my plan currently right now is I've taken it day by day. Every therapist will tell you this is what you got to do.
No,
My current plan is to
look at
continue to grow
Caleb. He's
myself in my existing
clenching. He's
business
like, dude,
because
shut
my
the fuck
existing
up.
business is still profitable. And I'm looking for that next opportunity. I've looked at reselling on Whatnot as a possibility. I've looked at
I think Caleb would rather talk to that fucking psycho blonde girl that was arguing with him about the fact that a mobile home is not a residence. I think he would literally rather do that right now.
trying to find a small business loan and open something in the area. I've talked to a friend about doing a smash room. Employment, like I said, come March, there might be a job out there that suits me and that suits my needs, and I'm
Fuck,
still
it
going
keeps
to work
hurt.
for that. All I know
Boogie,
is
shut
that
the fuck
right
up.
now, when I get home from this, I go home and I film videos and I live stream and I do what I can to entertain the audience that I currently have.
He's so
And
done.
when that
Poor
audience
Caleb.
is gone, I hope I find a new
He's
one.
so
You know what's
done.
another option? I don't want this. This is more last case.
Yeah.
We take it. We sell the house, have the hundreds of thousands in equity, about $300,000 of equity, and then instead of paying $2,121 in rent, we get like a 1-bedroom, pay like $1,100. Now, obviously, that sucks. That's hard. Obviously, it has to be ground level, but it saves you $1,000 a month.
I'll do even better.
Okay.
Oh, God.
The plan is to move the out of Northwest Arkansas and get to a place where we can buy a house for $50,000.
But you said you had to stay there for medical providers.
Hey.
Well, it involves.
Shot him.
Gotcha, bitch.
Did you hear what Caleb just called him out on his bullshit? Listen again. Caleb just called him out on his bullshit.
Northwest Arkansas and get to a place where we can buy a house for $50,000.
But you said you had to stay there for medical providers.
Well,
Drat him.
it involves giving up on that,
So you're just
right? It involves
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give up on the medical stuff that earlier the program you told him is gonna is what's keeping you alive.
So that was a fucking lie.
Lies upon lies upon lies.
It involves like not necessarily worrying about being near the best possible healthcare, right?
Okay.
It'll be a more rural farm, a more rural kind of thing, right? But there's still help at rural hospitals, right? They know what they're doing. Just doesn't need to be cutting edge, right? And you can get a house out in the boonies for $50K in Arkansas.
Sure.
It might be closer to her family.
God, poor Caleb.
It sucked to be further away from my support structure there.
Oh,
but
poor
that is a
Caleb.
possibility. The Hail Mary play has always been.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And Hunter, you could tell when Caleb called him out on that. He realized, oh shit! Wait, which lie am I telling right now? He forgot which lie he was telling in that moment.
Sell the house, hopefully clear 230, 250 out your closing fees and everything else, and then take that money and live off of it at a very reasonable amount. You know, I think that if you get out into the small parts of Arkansas, you buy a $50,000 house, you have a little bit of land.
Gives you $16,000 a year for the remaining 15. So that would be
You
difficult.
can live pretty okay in Arkansas for $16,000 a year.
If-
It ain't great, but I know people who do it.
I know, it would be difficult. It's
Yeah.
1,388
No more $900 a month fast food at that point.
at this point.
Yeah, McDonald's becomes the treat at that point for sure. But
At this point.
It shouldn't have been the treat before then.
that's the Hail Mary play.
So I'm rooting for you,
Yeah.
not because you're a YouTuber, not because you're sitting across the table from me, not because of history or because you're on the show, whatever. I'm rooting for you because you're a human being who exists on this planet. I'm rooting for you. I'm wishing you the best of luck, man.
Oh my God. Caleb just gave him the most backhanded compliment right there. I'm not rooting for you because you're a good person. I'm rooting for you for the lowest common denominator because you're a human being. The one thing that's true about Boogie is he is a human being. He went lowest common denominator. He's so fucking done. Yeah, he wants to get out.
I'll be honest that I am scared.
Me too. Yeah.
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 I really hope you follow some of the pointers we talked about today.
Oh, I'll tell you, the first thing
paying
I
off
do
the
is
debts.
the first thing I do is pay off these high interest debts.
Yeah, never take out another one.
Never. And I had no. And again, the thing I learned from you here today is how bad these were. I had no clue that they were as
So
bad.
we're
as they
almost
were.
done, Silver. We're
right.
almost done. I promise. A couple minutes.
And yeah, IRS, and then more self-employment income, or setting aside some money for taxes. I don't think your tax bill is going to be exorbitant, but
No, it'll probably be about another 2,000 or 3,000 this year.
Yeah.
Should be reasonable. Should be reasonable.
Potentially selling the house. Oh, jeez. Yeah, really, it's an income question and what you're not just willing to do, but what you're able to do as well.
Yeah.
Because of physical things and because of your background. And you're right, the internet search, that's the killer. That's the killer. The felony you conceal, the internet search, it's impossible.
Never goes away.
So just have to hopefully get hired by someone who doesn't know how to use the internet.
Well, the goal is to, and again, the headhunters I've talked to, the employers that I've talked to, it comes down to finding someone who doesn't care. And we talked about that when it comes to like people who hire felons and people who hire whatever, right? We are second chance employers, right?
Yes.
And they will look at the situation, and you just got to find that one sympathetic person. That's why I've never given up on finding a job, right? They keep telling me how impossible.
So that was a fucking lie.
Had to be done.
It is.
Why'd you only do 12 applications this year so far then?
Everybody told me, wait till the felony is sealed. Wait till the felony is sealed.
Gotcha.
Right? Like imagine you
No
apply
one told
for a
him
place
that.
right now.
Absolutely no one
and
told
the
him that.
felony's on there. And now they're aware of you. And now you apply 6 months from now. They remember you're a felon, right? Let's do it in 6 months when the felony's gone, and they never even have to know I was a felon, right? Now all we have to do is find somebody who can deal with my disability.
Oh my God, Boogie,
and
shut
can
the
deal with
fuck
fact
up.
That they Google my name, they see a bunch of rumors, and that's the killer. That's the killer. They're only rumors because they're not true, right? And you just got to find the person that understands that.
Oh my God, the
I
mental
don't lose
gymnastics
hope
this
that
this
person
fucker is
exists.
doing
Please
right
don't lose
now.
hope.
Yeah.
Please don't lose hope across this entire thing. That's going to be what drives you forward. Let's just
That's
do
what he
one
does,
more
Garrett.
guess.
He
Just
repeats over and over
one
again
more
to try and
thing.
basically make the
Across
lie
all
seem like
your
it's the truth.
investments, not the house, but everything else.
Yes,
you
Nubis, that's
own,
what Andrew
Sure.
said, is that
you
they
can
reduced it to a misdemeanor, not a
survive
felony.
9 months. 9 months and the party's over.
And think about this positively, because this is how.
Oh
I'm
my
thinking
God,
about it,
shut
okay?
up, Boogie.
I get 9 months to try to find a work groove that gets this income up, that deals with my physical restraints, that deals with my mental health issues, that I can find the right groove to bring in this income before we have to sell the house.
This is Squeaky, and we've got 2 minutes left on this. Hold fast, chat. We have 2 minutes. But Squeaky, I'm going to point this out. He didn't come here for Caleb's advice. He came here because he got exposure from the Mike Klum video. That got him a boost in his YouTube videos. Okay? So he saw the Mike Klum video, the Mike Klum documentary, got him a boost in his with his YouTube videos, which earned him more income. He came onto this program, and so that's why he wanted to come onto this program, so he could basically get more exposure on another channel that's not his own, to get another boost towards his YouTube channel. He's using Caleb as a means to market himself. No. Anubis, the fake cancer diagnosis came out back in 2022. That's already the fake cancer is already alive and well at this point. He gets exposed for it a few months after this broadcast. So he came onto Caleb's show to give himself a boost, to get more people to come over to his channel, because people that don't know about him will see him on this and go check out his YouTube channel and give him yet another boost to his channel. He did this because Boogie is a user. He is 100% a user. So he used Caleb to boost his own channel. That's why he did the show. He didn't give a fuck about what Caleb had to say. He did it because look at how pathetic I am. It gives me an hour and almost 2 hours to do my fucking sob stories and to show how pathetic I am, to try and get more people to go back over to his channel again, just like with the Mike Klum video.
How many people walk in here that don't have a 9-month grace period? I'm so blessed to have a 9-month grace period to figure this one out.
Do you have any final thoughts? Any things?
I looked
God.
into what you were doing here, and you're clearly a very entertaining person. But at the end of the day, I learned a lot here today.
Good.
And I definitely think you're doing a very good thing for people here. You're doing it in a very entertaining way.
I'm just me.
And I mean, maybe we butted heads a little bit during this thing, and that's okay. But I think what you're doing here is much needed. I think the system is designed to take advantage of people, and not to make myself to be a victim,
shut
because I don't
up,
think it took
Boogie.
advantage of me. I just made some bad choices, right? But I think there's a lot of people out there who don't have access to this knowledge. They don't have access to this information, and what you're doing here really helps people. Like that.
Very much,
And,
Xanax. Very much.
I'm glad you do it, man. I'm really glad, and I'm glad to be part of
I
it.
appreciate that.
That's cool.
I appreciate that. And we've gotten official knowledge now that Boogie did not buy a Tesla.
I never did.
Oh,
Oh,
for Mr.
my
Boogie.
fuck.
If
Oh, my
we
fuck.
can't afford to live and we're spending $900
Sorry. Okay,
a month,
let me
even
let
now,
finish.
It's zero. If we have IRS debt, the debt category is zero. The emergency fund category, I'd love to give it higher because there's a decent amount of money, but it was all in crypto, volatile, endless, stupid crypto. So 2. Retirement, there's nothing. 0. I'm not considering the crypto. And real estate, I'd like to give it higher, but because he honestly just can't even afford the minimum monthly payment right now, I have to give it a 5. And that's going to be a Hammer Financial score 1.5 out of 10. Make sure to check out all the resources linked in the description below, including the best budgeting program ever made. Thanks to all of our Patreon producers for making this episode possible. If you want to participate in an episode of Financial Audit and you're able to make it to Austin, Texas, please fill out an application in the survey linked in the description below. You can also send a link to your friends or family who you think might be good to be on the show. If you have any questions, you can email casting@calebhammer.com.
It's over, chat. We made it. We made it. We actually made it. And by the way, that I never did thing that he did right there, yeah, that's another thing. That's another... That was something he did with, Muda, I think. When he was fighting with Muda, he kept basically saying, I never did, over and over again. Like, I never did. That's where that came from. Again, it was him promoting his own shit on someone else's channel.